Hi pals, I'm super excited to be bringing you another Valley tour. If you also play Disney Dreamlight Valley and you love to decorate, or maybe you struggle with decorating and you're looking for some tips, then you'll really enjoy today's video. I'm going to take you through my plaza and also the Floating Islands plaza to show you how I've decorated and used some of the harder to place character houses. I'll also show you my storage island, and I'll show you an in-depth overview or bird's eye view of all of the different areas that I show in today's video. If you're new here, my middle name is Demelza. This is Demelza's Delights. Let's get into today's video. We're starting today's video in the plaza, and as you can see, Donald Duck is having a massive fit right outside the house. I actually have not moved my house in the valley since day one. I have upgraded the house skins that I use, but it's in the same place that I was given the first time we log in. The house skin that I'm using currently is the Greenhouse Cottage. It was a premium shop item. If there's anything like that in this video featured, I'll definitely put it on the screen for you to see. You may also notice that even though it's March when this video is coming out, I've still got Christmas items in my plaza. So the whole reason behind this is to show you this so I can redecorate it as soon as possible. Underneath the cottage house skin, I did put this little grate to make the house look a little bit more, I don't know, realistic, and I bought that in a premium shop bundle. I'm imagining it to be like a little rainwater drain. And off to the back of my house on the right hand side, I've got the companion house with a little bit of like animal food out. I've got a cute little bicycle and this gorgeous chair. As we venture down the back of my house, you can see I've got a crafting station here and some storage boxes, and then I placed some greenery right next to the greenhouse area of this little cottage skin. And I love that it looks like these plants are actually inside and outside at the same time. I don't know if that's kind of like a glitch that I've been able to place that plant so close. If you've seen any of my other decorating videos, you'll also know that I love to leave little gaps to walk through. I love walking down the back of a house or down a tight squeeze down the side of a house. I think it just makes it more realistic. I don't know why I love to decorate like that, but I just do. On the opposite side of the plaza, I have Mickey and Minnie's houses right next to each other, and for Minnie, I have created her a little white picket fence with her own little garden. I used the Main Street pathing and then the simple brick pathing, the grey brick pathing, to create like contrast in the plaza with different walkways and paths. I love having the OGs Mickey and Minnie as my neighbours in the plaza. I don't know why I like it so much, but I am a huge Disney parks fan, so living across from Minnie and Mickey would be so much fun. Again, down the side of the house and down the back is all empty space, so this is really great for me to run around and clean up night thorns. Lots of flowers spawn here and lots of herbs spawn here. I had to put the partner statue in my plaza. It gives off Main Street vibes, it gives off parks vibes, and I love sitting here and just looking at all of the decorations. Opposite both Mickey and Minnie's house and then my own cottage, I have put Scrooge's shop and then Daisy's boutique right next door. I thought this worked really well on the corner for Daisy's boutique, especially as Daisy's boutique can be a little bit hard to place because it is like a corner shop. Again, I've got lots of seats in the plaza directly underneath trees, and I imagine the characters to sit here and just relax during the day. Lots of Christmas decorations as we enter the second half of my plaza, and I love walking along this path. I also added in a third pathing, the Golden Opal Road, I think it is, around this centerpiece. And the Christmas tree, I couldn't find it anywhere. I think it might be a premium shop item, but I wasn't able to find the source for that, sorry. But this was the centerpiece for my Christmas build, and I've adored it, and you know, I'm itching to get rid of it and put something new in here, maybe a fountain or something. Behind this large centerpiece part of the plaza, I have popped in Chez Remy. So this is a restaurant. I used a couple of wrought iron, I don't know if I'm saying that right, wrought iron table and chair sets at the very front, like on the grass for people to sit and have some delicious desserts from Remy's restaurant. I love the look of an open plaza, and these are the colourful parks bench. I highly recommend you craft these. These are so beautiful, especially if you're doing a parks build. If you want it to look like Disneyland does, you have to use these items. They're just gorgeous. And then directly outside of the restaurant area, I put the white traditional tablecloths with these gorgeous chairs. Now these are Christmas chairs. Again, these Christmas chairs are a craftable item. And another craftable item is the holiday feast plate and cutlery set. Again, that's showing on the screen so you can see the cooking recipe that you need to use. Sorry, the crafting recipe. But these items really elevated my Plaza look for the Christmas period. Again, I'm super excited and itching to get rid of all of this now that it is March. But I love decorating all of the dining areas in my Plaza with food that matches the vibe. And what I'll do now is I'll actually take you into my settings. You can go to graphics and then offset the time of day. I'm going to take this up a little bit and make it nighttime because I want to show you the fireworks that I use in my game. I simply go up to the fireworks display and interact with them and then quickly glide away, but you don't have to glide away super fast because these fireworks displays last a really long time. I bought these in the premium shop. I think they were part of a bundle perhaps. I'm so glad I bought this item. It lives here permanently. I don't move it even though it's kind of in the way. But I just run up to it, and sometimes when I'm logging off my game I like to pretend that I'm in the parks watching the fireworks before heading home for the night. I know it sounds silly, but that's like one of my little rituals. I adore the way that these fireworks look, and you'll also see a few hidden Mickeys in there as well. If you love going to the Disney parks, definitely let me know your favorite park. I've only been to the Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea parks because it's closest to me in New Zealand where I live, but I would love to know what parks you have visited in the world. And if you were a cast member or if you've worked at any kind of Disney establishment, please let me know in the comments. I'm a total Disney nerd. I'll just show you now what some of the lighting looks like in the Plaza as I run around for a little bit. I'm absolutely obsessed with my Plaza build. I know that it is really spacious and pretty basic, but for me it's perfect. I love that it gives off a big parks vibe, and I love that it's very simplistic and really easy to get around. Definitely let me know in the comments which part of the Plaza was your favorite. We will now move to the Plaza Floating Island. Do let me know if you love anything about my Plaza, maybe things that you would change, things that you would keep the same. And as we're leaving the Plaza, guess who's back again? Donald Duck. Is he gonna have another tantrum? Alright, I will just quickly show you an overview as well of the furniture mode so that you can see the layout of my Plaza. Really simple, really clean. I love all of the patterns and the paths that I've got going on, the tree placements. So I hope this will give you some kind of inspiration if you're struggling with your Plaza. You also don't have to pack everything into your builds. If you're worried about having too many houses, you can always earn more Dreamlight and just stick different character houses up on the floating islands if you wanted your builds to be a little bit less chaotic and a little bit more calm and more spacious like I've got going on. Also, don't be afraid to mix your paths. Don't be afraid to get into diagonal pathing or little short amounts of paths. And before we leave this biome, I'll just quickly show you how I love to walk between Scrooge's and Daisy's shop. This is another little thing that I just put in. I don't know why. I could have closed the gap. I love to run through these small little alleyways. It just makes it so much more realistic in my opinion. It's so silly, but I love it. Alright, so let's head up to my Plaza in the floating islands now. The first thing you'll see when we spawn into my Floating Islands Plaza is I have put these gorgeous little fountain spurting things underneath the well. I had no idea I could do that until recently. It's the ground fountain tile and you can get it in Scrooge's store. It was one of the items that popped up for me within like the first couple of weeks of playing the game. So first spawning into this area, we've got the well, and behind it I have placed two different picnic areas. These are also available in Scrooge's store, so grab them if you find them. You can't sit on the picnic mat. I hate that. I wish they would change it. I would love to sit on these picnic mats. Mickey fountain here at the back, and then I've also placed in like a little bicycle to make it look like it's a real picnic area, a real lived-in area. We'll first take a look at Merlin's house. Now, one of the quests when you first start playing is you have to move Merlin's house up to the floating island. Around Merlin's house, we've got different wizardy things, lots of books, bookshelves, and these gorgeous mushrooms that glow. You know me, I love to walk around the backs of characters' houses, so this is a little area that I've created. It's so silly. I genuinely don't know why. I just love it so much. And here it is at nighttime. As you can see, those glowing mushrooms, they are just stunning. I imagine him out the back here conjuring up spells and talking to himself in the lighting of these bioluminescent mushrooms. I'll take a walk now towards my gardening area. So I've switched back to daylight, and as you can see here, I have the 4 rows. At the moment they've all got pumpkins in them because I needed to make some money, make some moolah. Got the Hops Family Farm. This one is actually one that you can interact with. You can press the camera and all the characters will come and gather, and you can take a really cute little snap. It's a great way to get characters up to the floating islands if you need them for something like a dream snap. I'm pretty sure I bought that in the premium shop as well. Walking further down the path, we've got all of these cute little fruit and vegetable stalls, other stalls with meals on them. I just decorated this area sort of like a picnicking area, as well as like a little farmer's market area. And this area is great for if I'm running out of energy whilst gardening, I can just grab a quick meal from the bench there. Now, for those of you who struggle to place Wally's house in your valley or anywhere, you know, somewhere in the game, you're gonna love this section. Down the side of Wally's house, I've got cute little setup of very eclectic things, stuff that doesn't really go together, just stuff that I've collected as the game has gone on. You can see here I've got some storage chests, and I just quickly drop anything in here that I need to. I need to sort these out a little bit more, but you'll see my storage options later on. At the back of Wally's house, we've got these very cute picnicking areas for him and Eve. Eva! I love them so much in the game together. They are so cute. I'm so glad that I bought Eternity Isle. I've recently been playing that DLC and of course unlocked Eve, so had to move her up here to be with Wally. Had to. Got the classic tree with the classic seat underneath it on both sides of this fence for his and hers. I've put some food here for them. The table was actually in a chest that I opened, and I was obsessed with it. As soon as I opened it, I knew I had to put it here. Eve and Wally are next to each other, naturally, and their entire area is very weird and obscure. I also wanted to show you these screenshots of when Wally and Eve were reunited in the game, because I just unlocked her in Eternity Isle. And they had a little meet cute, and he was like hiding around the corner waving at her. It was so cute. I just had to include these screenshots. So as I said before, I use this entire area to farm. So if there's any vegetables that I'm running low on, I will just pop up here, do some gardening, replant seeds, water it, and leave it alone for storage as well. Now, I saw somebody, this is not my idea, so I can't claim this is my own. I saw somebody in a Facebook group share that they had made their storage items look like a restaurant, and they wanted to recreate that idea. So this is where I have a lot of my storage for fruits and vegetables or any harvestable things in the valley. In the green chest, I've got all of the zucchinis, leeks, lettuce, and in the red one, apples, capsicums. I've also got some extra sticks and stones here. I know sometimes people like to organize all of their things by biomes, and you could also do that if you wanted to, but for me, I decided to color coordinate it. So I like to have a lot of different seeds here as well, ready to go for when I need to garden. And then on the opposite side, I'm planning to actually make this where I store all of the fish or seafoody items. At the moment, it's just a standard restaurant. Over the way here, I've also got a cooking top, so I can cook any meals if I need to for Star Pass duties. And I forgot to show you, you could also go inside the Hops Family Farm little photo booth. Another partner's statue here in the middle of my Plaza Floating Island. I've got some fountains and some shrubbery here, and I imagine it's another place to come up, sit and relax, and just watch as all the characters do their thing. In the next part of this video, I'm going to show you how I have placed some harder to place or some very interesting themed houses. We're looking at Alice's house, the Cheshire Cat's tree, Vanellope's Lollapalooza wild crazy house that a lot of people struggle with, and we're also looking at the Inside Out headquarters. Before we get into those 4 houses, I'll take you out the back of this restaurant and show you where I've placed Buzz's caravan, and I imagine it to be like a camping area. So this storage item, the vintage cooler, was available I think during like it was like a summer event, a summer sizzle event, and I crafted it during that. I highly recommend you craft it. It is a full chest. It has got so much storage space available. Anyway, I love this camping area for Buzz. house, and he's just tucked away at the back here. Still makes sense with Wally and Eve right next to him. So let's go through the tropical themed restaurant, and we're going to first take a look at how I've placed the inside out headquarters house. Continuing with the tropical theme along the path, eventually transitioning into some more of those pink cherry blossom trees, because on the side of the inside out house you can see here that it's got pink flowers and a lot of greenery attached to it. And tucked away at the back here under the cool shade of the trees, I've got a very cute table and chairs set up with some lovely fruit muffins for our inside out characters to enjoy. I am all about the aesthetics of sitting underneath a tree and looking at the view, and this does not disappoint. I'm going to take you up into furniture mode and show you a hidden Mickey. So I've got this gorgeous fountain here with 2 shrubs on each side, and this looks like a hidden Mickey like you would find in the parks. So that's just a cute little detail that I've put in for myself. You can see here on the back of the inside out house all of that shrubbery. I really wanted to make it look like that was an intentional thing, so that the house looks like that and all of the shrubs and everything around it look the same. So let's walk our way back through the restaurant, and we will go and check out the other 3 gates that you can go through for different character houses. So the first one is Vanellope's house. I know a lot of people struggle with placement for this house. I just decided to go full out with her pathing. Lots of purple, lots of green and pink. And the next one across from it is the Cheshire Cat's house. Same thing, I just went hard out. I went super bold with the colors. I mixed a lot of the different biomes and a lot of the different shrubbery that you can get. Stopping in the middle because this path forks. You've got to this way, that way, back. You don't know what way to go. We're going to go to the left first and see what happens, but it's the wrong way. Like, it's so silly, but it's just something I really wanted to put in for myself. A cute little nod to the Cheshire Cat and how he always jokes around and leads you down a stray path. I will also show you what these mushrooms look like in the night. Loving how the inside out headquarters also glows in the dark as well. So I've used the mushrooms on the Alice in Wonderland path and the Cheshire Cat's path. I didn't use any on Vanellope's just because her house is already glowing. But can you spot how I've used this gorgeous new archway with all of the roses coming off of it from the current star path as we walk towards Alice's house as well? I knew I had to get in the painting the roses red little shrubs. So I've got the white ones and the red ones here that match from the Alice in Wonderland biome. Those mushrooms, I've used some different shrubs from Eternity Isle, and then if we look to the right we're going to see the gorgeous teacups fountain. I think you unlock that when you unlock Alice, but I had to get that in there, and it sits right in the middle of the Cheshire Cat's house as well as Alice's house. These 4 paths took me a very long time to create, moving things back and forth and placing things so that I could walk through without any errors, anything blocking my way. And the white sort of Victorian style gates that you see, they were in the premium shop. That was an item that you could buy when Lady and the Tramp first dropped. I also have not unlocked Lady and the Tramp yet because I really take my time with quests. And as you can see, I just spend all my time decorating. Half the time I forget to even do the quests. Let's have a look in furniture view now of the full overview of my floating plaza. On the left hand side we've got Wally and Eve. Across a little bit more we've got Buzz's caravan house. We've got the 4 character houses that sometimes we find a little bit hard to place. And then we've also got all of my gardening area. Thank you for joining me in today's video. I hope you got some decorating inspiration, and I hope you'll join me on future Disney Dreamlight Valley videos. Please remember to like this video, comment down below and subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye pals!